The Titanomachy, before the Olympian gods, ruled the skies and seas. Before thunder had a master and Olympus had a throne, the world belonged to the Titans. The Titans were ancient, powerful beings, children of Gaia, the earth, and Uranus, the sky. They were born in the early days of creation, tall as mountains and strong as earthquakes. For an age, they ruled the world under the leadership of Cronus, the youngest and most cunning among them. Cronus had once overthrown his own father, Uranus, using a sickle forged by Gaia's will. From that act of rebellion, a new age began. But the curse of power is that it never rests. For just as Cronus had risen against his father, he too feared being overthrown. So, when Cronus was warned by prophecy that one of his own children would one day defeat him, he made a terrible choice. One by one, he swallowed each of them at birth: Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon, locking their tiny bodies in the darkness of his belly. But when his wife Rhea bore their sixth child, she could take no more. She wrapped a stone in swaddling cloth and gave it to Cronus. The Titan swallowed it, unaware of the trick. Meanwhile, Rhea hid the true child, Zeus, in a cave on the island of Crete, where he was raised in secret by nymphs and fed on the milk of the sacred goat Amalthea. Zeus grew quickly, strong and sharp-minded. When he was old enough, he returned to confront his father. With the help of Metis, the goddess of cunning, Zeus prepared a potion that caused Cronus to vomit up his swallowed children. One by one, they returned to the light, fully grown, furious, and ready to fight. And so began the Titanomachy, the great war between the old gods, the Titans, and the new gods, the Olympians. The war raged for 10 years. The earth shook with each battle. The sky split with lightning and flame. On one side stood the Titans, Cronus, mighty Atlas, and the rest of the elder gods, defending their ancient rule. On the other, Zeus led his siblings, joined by Prometheus and Epimetheus, Titans who had turned against their own. The Olympians fought from their stronghold on Mount Olympus, casting bolts and waves and storms, but the Titans were vast, and for a time, victory seemed uncertain. Then Gaia, the earth herself, whispered to Zeus, to win, he must free the Cyclopes and the Hecatoncheires, monstrous beings imprisoned deep in Tartarus by Cronus long ago. Zeus descended into the dark. He broke their chains and welcomed them as allies. In gratitude, the Cyclopes forged gifts for the gods. For Zeus, they crafted the thunderbolt, flashing and deadly. For Poseidon, the trident, which could shake the seas. For Hades, the helmet of invisibility, which let him move unseen in battle. The tide turned. With every strike of Zeus's thunderbolt, mountains shattered. Poseidon rose with tidal waves, and Hades slipped into enemy lines unseen. The Hecatoncheires hurled rocks like meteors, each with 100 arms. The Titans fought with all their might, but even Atlas could not hold back the storm forever. At last, the Olympians stood victorious. Zeus cast the defeated Titans into Tartarus, the deepest pit beneath the earth, and placed the Hecatoncheires as their eternal guards. Only a few Titans were spared: Prometheus for his loyalty, and others like Oceanus, who had stayed neutral in the war. As for Atlas, Zeus gave him a special punishment. He was sentenced to bear the weight of the heavens upon his shoulders for all eternity. With the Titans defeated, the age of the Olympians began. Zeus took his throne in the sky, king of gods and men. Poseidon ruled the sea. Hades claimed the underworld. Hera became queen. Demeter watched over the harvest, and Hestia tended the sacred flame. The Titanomachy had changed the world. A new order rose from the ashes of the old, but the lesson remained. No power is eternal, and in every victory, the seeds of the next challenge are already waiting to bloom. From the clash of titans and gods came balance. From war, a new age of myths and heroes was born.